Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Marcus the Boss, and today we're going to be talking about the National Pokédex, or rather the lack thereof, National Pokédex in the upcoming Sword and Shield games. And it's honestly pretty insane to think about. They've come this far in a game they're probably gonna reach 900 total Pokemon when it's all said and done with this game, and they've come this far, all the technological advancements through the years, 8 generations of mons, and then they're gonna drop the bomb on us that there's no national dex, and they might just chop off half of the original roster, which is gonna end up screwing both competitive and casual mons. And I'm gonna talk about how I think that kind of like messes with it. I'm gonna also talk about how I feel playing through the game as well, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna start with the competitive breakdown, and of course, if you play competitive, this is going to kind of mess with you because mons, like, say they take out just half the dex, like Thanos on some Thanos type shit, half the dex is gone. Half the national dex is just gone. That's like half of the mons in the game not even in the game, which is still, like I said, all the technology things, and they couldn't get every single mon. That's kind of crazy to think about. Like, but I mean, I can't complain because I haven't really seen or played the game yet, but still, that's still just absurd. Like, even in other games, you could have access to all the mons once you've beat the primary game, right? Like in post game and shit. But this, they just straight up said no National Pokédex. They've doubled down on it, and I could have made this video when this came out, but I kind of wanted to kind of take the time and see what I actually ended up thinking about it, and I think I'm ready. So it messes with competitive because, like, it depends on what mons make it and what mons don't make it. That's how it's gonna mess with competitive. Say something like a Landorus T doesn't make it, which I think would be absurd. I think every legend's getting in, so I don't think there's gonna be any memes about Lando T or Mesprit or anything. Mesprit and Lando T were 2 mons I wanted to talk about because Lando T is everywhere in every OU. So if it's not an OU in Gen 8, that would be hilarious. Same thing with Mesprit. It's always like a Pokemon that's can be defined as the face of whatever lower tier it dominates. PU for Gen 7, for example. And another Pokemon I want to talk about are the Primals. If Pidon's out of the game, I mean, I can fuck with that because I'd be playing a random battle and Pidon can fucking off itself. I can't stand fighting it. But in regular Ubers, it's also the face of Ubers, so seeing it out of Ubers is gonna be, I mean, I don't really play Uber, so I can't really speak for that tier, but I would imagine it'd be some kind of refreshing. And then there's another mon, Primal Kyogre, probably in a similar vein. I don't think it's used as much as Pidon, but still. And then Garbodor, who has been in NU for every generation. It's like Lando. It's not like Lando. It's only the only similarities, they've been in their tier for every generation. But like, you take a mon like that away, and it's like, because that's probably the mon I use most on Showdown, so I'm like, that's how I'm getting affected by it, I guess. And I use some of the other mons I talked about here a fair bit, but like, you take away these mons, it's like, they're just gone. Like, they're just out of the game. I don't even think I was ready. So that's gonna be like what competitive is like. Mons might see themselves going up higher tier because other mons that gave them competition, gone, like Thanos. And then they just move up tiers, some move down tiers, depending on, it's gonna be absurd. And the next thing I want to talk about is how it affects people who like to complete the Pokédex. You know, you gotta catch them all, and there are people who go out and catch them all, and I gotta respect the hell out of them because that probably takes a long ass time. It takes a lot of dedication. I can't say I have, and I'll talk about that later, so stay tuned for that. But like, now they wanted the they were up to this. They were going into this like, okay, I'm gonna catch all 900 something Pokemon, and I'm gonna look like a legend. And here they are, knowing now that there's not gonna be all 900 Pokemon. So they're like, oh fuck, like what? They're upset. I guess like it's gonna be easier to catch them all, but it's not gonna have the thrill of catching all 900. So they're not gonna like that. So you kind of like fucked with them. Oh, you fucked them over in that decision. And the last thing I kind of want to brush upon is me. How am I really feeling about this? I mean, I don't like the idea because of how it has a potential to affect competitive. Like I said, half the mons are gone. Who knows what'll happen? You can see Luminion in a higher tier than it should be because the things that would give it competition in higher tiers are just gone. But like anyway, I'm not one to complete the Pokédex in game. In game, my Pokédex stays around like 25, 26, and it goes up to the 30s, early 30s when I catch legends in post game. So that's really me. I don't really care about completing the Pokédex. I never have. I probably never will. I could if, but I just don't put the work into doing that ever. But competitive, that's what's gonna affect me the most because it's just unpredictable because we don't even know which mons are in it. Which, I mean, we've seen some in the trailer, of course. Like that's a big ass Weavile from the Dynamax preview. I think I saw a Golurk walking around during one part, so Golurk's there. So I don't know. But we still don't know. Like, there's no way they showed half of the mons. Like, we don't know we know some mons that we've seen, but we don't know what's gonna be excluded yet. And that's why it creates this unpredictable mess. So that's my thoughts on it for now. Maybe it'll change in the future when more information comes out, but that's just what I have to say for right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.